Lövgren, and I'm from the Swedish Feminist Initiative. We are a political party in Sweden, running for parliament and wanting to make Sweden more equal. Next year we have a lot of elections. It's the European Parliament in spring, and then in the fall it's the Swedish Parliament and also local parliaments all around Sweden. So we are here to share our politics and recruit members to help us get into Parliament next year. So this is sort of our starting election campaign and spreading our ideas to make Sweden more equal.
We formed in 2005. There was a lot of different feminists who come together from different groups in Sweden, from the LGBT right groups and anti-racist groups and the women movement. All these feminists come together and form the Feminist Initiative. It was a very big thing here in Sweden in 2006 and 2005. We had a voters percentage of 15%. It was very, very good at that time. Many people were curious about our party. But then we experienced some backlash after that. Very much anti-feminist, very much racism, and very much hate to LGBT people in the party. But now here in Sweden we see that much of those things are still actual. The Swedish people and Sweden is living with a myth that Sweden has come so far with gender equality and come far with that we are a country that is tolerant and a country that respects human rights. And that's not true, most of the parts. We want to lift up the myth and to break it down, to say that we are not equal country. We are not a country who live by the human rights, and we are not an open, tolerant country. We have an asylum politics here that is very frightening, I think. We are closing our borders more and more, and we have an issue and a problem here in Sweden that women are earning less than men, the men-dominated area against the women-dominated area. And that is one of the questions that Feminist Initiative is lifting up in the political debate. That maybe sound very bad here in Sweden, but it's also good, but it's not good enough. We have a problem here with a big racist structure society, and that's a very big issue here, we think, because the anti-feminism and racism is working together, and women are the traitors to the country, because women who are feminists are traitors to the country, because feminists are feminizing men who are supposed to defend the country and women and children. So that's why anti-feminism and racism works together, and that's what we want to change, and that's why our election campaign word is out with the racist and in with the feminists in the Swedish Parliament 2014. Here in Sweden we can see that we have come far with equal questions, of course. I'm not saying that we're not equal in this country. We are. We have daycare for children, we have elderly daycare, we have the rights of abortion for women, and we have many more women are in the labor market today. So many things have achieved, but it's not come by itself. These things doesn't pop up just by itself. These questions is lifted up in the parliament because of a long, hard, systematic work from the women's movement here in Sweden, who have pushed this question forward, who have debated, who has even screamed in the street to say, we want these rights now. and politicians in the parliament has listened to these women movements. There are political parties who are actually saying that they want to put away rights for women in the abortion question. So if you lay back with one right, it can be taken away from you. So we constantly need to push forward in this question. And we see that you cannot push forward alone. You need to have a broad alliance with this question. And that's what the women's movement has been doing for many years. Organizing together and systematically push these questions forward. We have decided to be a political party just to take power in the parliament. Because we see that the other Swedish parties today does not lift the feminist issue high enough. Some parties doesn't lift it at all. They doesn't discuss feminism issues. Some other parties are discussing feminism, but just a little bit. Because the other parties has socialism as an ideological ground and liberalism and so on and so forth, and they maybe put in feminism as a perspective in the politics, and that's not enough. The Green Party in environmental issues, that's a knowledge and an education ground. You need the knowledge and the education about environment. That's the same thing. So when the Green Party here in Sweden was elected in the parliament, there was a lift with the other parties who are, and now I have knowledge about the environment, how the environment affects us. And so by the knowledge, political parties can do political change. But the knowledge about feminism is not good enough. So that's why we needed to be in the Swedish parliament, to lift in this knowledge about feminism and the knowledge about human rights and anti-discrimination.